Let's take you live outside and give you a look at Los Angeles International Airport. Look at that. It looks like this is the place to be right now because no one's there.
Check back in about 3 hours. We always look at this time. It's deceiving, but it comes in waves.
Yeah, so this is just one of many airports where travelers are celebrating the end of an almost 20-year-old security policy. Travelers can now keep their shoes on for security screening. The Homeland Security Secretary, Kristi Noem, today announcing the immediate policy change today. Now, people have been slipping off their shoes since 2006 when a passenger tried to conceal a bomb in his shoes. Travelers are pleased.
It's really going to speed it up a lot. No more stepping on others' toes and getting your shoes untied, slipping them off, slipping them on, sure.
So I think it's a great idea that it speeds up the process for security crossing through. So, yeah.
It slows up the people who are trying to get through security, and anything that speeds that up is I'm in favor of.
So the TSA said it is now looking at more innovative ways to conduct security procedures.
For more on this, let's bring in travel journalist Peter Greenberg. You are very seasoned, of course, when it comes to traveling, so you can speak to this quite well. In terms of, will this actually speed up the process? Because it's, for using a pun here, if you will, play on words, it's really stepping on the toes of TSA pre-check.
Well, let's go back in time. 20 years ago, we had that passenger, Richard Reed, try to blow up a plane going between Paris and Miami. That's when all this started. And everybody was required to take their shoes off to go through security. When pre-check came in, you were a trusted traveler. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to take out your laptop. You didn't have to remove your jacket. That was progress, of course. But remember, if you're already a member of pre-check, this new rule or the lifting of the rule doesn't really apply to you. But again, it will speed things up in the future. Right now, they're going to be rolling it out in phases at airports around the country. People need to get used to it. Not only that, they have the system now to be able to do a better job of determining what your shoes are made of, so they can basically discriminate against full metal jacket shoes that might contain an explosive or chemical explosive, or just regular shoes.
So how do they do that? Is that the machine we were just looking at video of when you go in there and you put your feet on the thing? I mean, how do they, what checks your shoes?
Well, what checks your shoes is a lateral deal. It's not from the floor, but those new machines are able to do that. They've developed other machines yet that they haven't yet implemented, but the technology is there so that within the next couple of years, you may not have to take out your lotions and your potions. You can actually put them in your carry-on bag. They'll be able to distinguish between a bottle of hairspray or an explosive.
So to be clear, the technology, this better, more innovative technology, that has not yet been implemented just yet.
No, it hasn't, but it will be. The technology is available. The question is, in terms of the lotions and potions, they haven't installed those machines at any U.S. airport yet. They did try it in a test in the United Kingdom, and it worked like a charm. So it is there. It's a matter of who's going to spend the money for it, who's going to train the new agents for it, and how fast they can implement it.
So if it's not there yet, then why are they doing this now? And does it raise a question of whether this was really needed in the first place if so many people have gone for years without taking their shoes off?
Oh, no, to be clear, this is not about the shoes. I'm talking about the lotions and the potions.
Right, okay.
The shoes, that equipment is already there, and that's why you're seeing the relaxation of those rules.
Got it.
Okay, so that technology is there. So when this news came out today, what was your initial reaction like? Thank goodness, long time coming. This was all expected?
Exactly, long time coming. The TSA has not moved quickly about other things, but they're doing a lot of things now in a better way. Biometrics. When you go to go through clearance at a security checkpoint at the TSA now, it's taking at least a minute less for you to go through just because they're reading your eyes. And that's a much faster process. So they are catching up on the technology.
And so, I mean, does this make people safer?
You know what? It makes people safer simply because they have the technology to do it. If they didn't have the technology to do it, they couldn't do it. And this one makes it easier. They're still going to have, for the other stuff we talked about, the lotions and the potions and all that, that's a long time coming simply because they've got to allocate the budget and the training to do it. But for the shoes, great idea. Glad they did it.
You could still get dinged, though, when you go through with whatever certain jewelry or belt.
Oh, if you show up like a medieval knight in your full metal jacket, yeah, you're going to get taken out,
Okay.
of course.
All right.
Really interesting stuff, Peter
is.
Greenberg. Nobody better to talk about this stuff than with you. Thanks so much for staying up late with us.
You got it, guys.